the big difference between the CIO and the Chief Digital Officer is this responsibility for turning IT into a value creator, being the business, to the extent of actually having a P&L, right, which is something that the CIO typically doesn't have in most organizations. And so we also see the CDO as something that really is leading digital business from the front in a way that most CIOs aren't. Most CIOs are not trying to think of new markets, new channels, new business models that the organization should be getting in and making that a top priority. And that's pretty much all the Chief Digital Officer thinks about, is how to take existing assets, existing information, existing knowledge, and making a business out of that, creating new products and services, entering new markets. I think that the CIO, however, is used to operating much larger operations. And so I think what remains to be seen, we're not seeing Chief Digital Officers have as much operational experience or even necessarily seem to require it. Although I think the really successful digital businesses will be able to scale up their organizations really well. They're going to have Chief Digital Officers that are good at that. But we're not seeing operational chops as job number one, quite the same way that we're seeing it in traditional CIOs. And in terms of any other really big differences, we see that Chief Digital Officers are very multidisciplinary. So they have a lot of different experiences, and they're very comfortable talking with marketing and sales in their language. They're very good at talking to the product teams in their language, and the operations team in their language, and the executives and so on. Not to the same degree that we see in CIOs that don't tend to do. They talk the language of business, and they talk the language of the IT department, but that tends to be it.